There are things that happen in our lives, and after we make it through, we have a tendency to forget. But I just finished watching a movie about COVID, and in this particular movie, it was talking about the things that happened in Accra, Ghana. And it was a very good movie, and I got all the way through that movie with no emotions. And then at the very end of that movie, I was reminded of what I went through with COVID. And we can't forget. Many people lost their lives. I was in the hospital for a week on oxygen and stuck and prodded and treated like I was trash. I couldn't even get a nurse to come in my room to help me take a bath. So I laid in that bed and I smelled myself until I couldn't handle it anymore. And I called home and I said, please come and get me out of this hospital. And after I got out of the hospital, I had to have occupational therapy. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I was on supplemental oxygen for 2.5, 3 months, on disability for that same amount of time. And I just want you all, COVID is still around. People are still getting sick, and there's still so much they don't know. You all please watch yourselves. If you get a symptom, get it checked out. Don't let your guard down. I'm gonna show you a picture of what I looked like while I was sick at home for 2.5 months. I had to cut all my hair off because I couldn't take care of it. And then there'll also be a picture of the table that was next to my bed with all of the medicine that I had to take. I am just so thankful that even with all that I went through, that God allowed me to live. I couldn't breathe. The feeling of not being able to fill your lungs with oxygen is terrifying. When your heart rate shoots up and you have to go to the emergency room, when your oxygen level drops below 80, 85, all of those feelings and things that I felt, the emotions that I felt when I had COVID came rushing back in, and I'm just thankful. I'm so very thankful to be here. Please remember those. The film said that there were 61 million people. 61 million people affected, and millions died. Please don't forget them. And if you made it through COVID, be thankful. Please be thankful. This is me pre-COVID in my office in San Antonio. And I understand after they found out I had COVID, they came in and they sprayed all kind of white powder in my area. This is me during COVID, taking oxygen. All of the medication that I had to take every day, 2 and 3 times a day. And I am thankful. This is me 3 months later after my first day of work. So thankful.